Welcome back, y'all. We're gonna do a video on how to bleed the brakes on a pit bike, or really any dirt bike's all the same. And this video specifically, we're gonna do the back brakes because you push them down and they barely work. And this video will still work if the brakes don't work at all. So let's get into this. I'll show you guys how to do this. What I like to do is start off by getting a see-through hose. This is a fuel hose, and I put it on the nipple over here on the back brake. Then take your cap off. I like to take a bottle of brake fluid, and I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to put something under it so it reach, and I'm going to stick the hose all the way to the bottom of the bottle, just like so. Basically, the idea here is that if you accidentally open this up when you're not supposed to, it's not going to suck up air, and instead it's just going to suck up the brake fluid. That's the idea as far as I remember. Next, you want to fill this up all the way. As you can see, it's like halfway. The last thing you want to do is bleed this and get air sucked up in the system, because then you have you're gonna have to do this process a lot longer. Most bikes on this cap right here, the cap that went on here, it's gonna say what brake fluid to use. This specific bike says .4, so it says use only .4. Some of them will say .3, .4. Use whatever your master brake cylinder is recommending. Now I'm gonna try to do this with one hand a little bit. We'll see how it goes, but basically you're gonna have to pump. You can pump a couple times, and then you're gonna hold the brake down without letting go. You're gonna get your size 8 and unscrew that nipple. Just unscrew it so it's open, and then screw it back in, and you should have fluid that starts going up. And if there's bubbles going up, that means you're bleeding the air out of the system. Once you open that up and the bubbles start coming out and fluid starts coming out, close it right up again, and then do the process again. Pump the brakes a couple times, hold it, open it, close it, release the brakes, pump them again, and just keep repeating that process until the brakes start working again. So let me see if I can try to get an example in for you guys. Since I'm the only one, this is gonna have to do. You see the bubbles that came out? And see how it's dirty? Sometimes your brake system might not work because all the brake fluid is super dirty. Look at that, those chunks. So let's keep doing this. Got a cat showdown over here. Look at all those bubbles. Now release. Keep doing this. Make sure you don't forget that you don't run out of fluid, so keep watching the fluid. Once this gets to halfway mark, or even when it just loses a little bit of fluid, like right now, see how it went down? Add fluid, constantly fill it up. When you do this and you release or you unscrew that nipple, the brake pedal will drop lower, so don't be afraid of that. That's just normal. It's gonna build pressure again. Look at all that. Look at all that. It's like nasty brake fluid.
One eternity later.
After you've bled the system, this is all clear now. There's no air bubbles coming in anymore. It's just like a little foggy looking because of the pressure that it comes out, but there's no more air bubbles there. The brake is much more solid. Back then it used to go down all the way, and at the very end, at the bottom, it would barely hold the brakes, but now it's much more stiff, and that's also how you know is that you're actually building pressure. And the last thing you want to do is top it back up, not all the way, because you still got to put the cap on, and if you top it off all the way like I just did, that's not all the way, but it's too much. When I put this back on, it's gonna overfill, or it's gonna like spill out. So I'll have a rag ready. Just like that. See? Learn from my mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. This brake fluid is not good for paint, so if you got it on any kind of paint, make sure you wipe it off. Well, as you can see, guys, that worked like a charm, and you can do some pretty big drifts, some pretty cool slides, y'all. See, if you can do slides like that, that means you're cool, okay? So just remember that. You're a cool guy if you could do that, for sure. I bet my neighbors think I'm actually serious. Probably like, who the heck is this retard? Oh well. By the way, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and supporting our channel. If this has helped you out in any way, or if it helped anybody else out, share the video and leave a comment down below. Let me know what other, maybe you guys have some questions, or what other things, maintenance things that you guys would like to see, or what kind of content you want to see on this channel. I know I'm a mix between dirt bikes, snowboarding, and a bunch of random other goofy crap. So anyways, yeah, thanks for sticking around this far. It's been an easy process, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.